Did you know that Elvis met Priscilla when she was just 14 years old and he was 24? This was considered to be a very controversial age gap at the time, and Elvis's parents were initially opposed to the relationship. Once upon a time, in a glimmering world of music and fame, there existed a legendary couple whose story would captivate the hearts of millions. Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll, and Priscilla Presley were not only icons in their own right, but their relationship held a fascinating dynamic. A dynamic that would leave an indelible mark on both their lives. Now I get it. The word trained might raise some eyebrows at first. But believe me, as we dive deeper into this video, you'll see that it's not even as intense as it might have been. The story I'm about to share will shed light on what I mean. So stick around, and you'll discover some eye-opening insights that will give you a whole new perspective. Let's take a step back and meet them as individuals. Elvis, born in Tupelo, Mississippi, possessed an unparalleled charisma and a voice that stirred the souls of listeners worldwide. Priscilla, on the other hand, hailed from a small town in Germany, her elegance and beauty destined to capture the attention of the world. They were two distinct souls, molded by different backgrounds and upbringings. Elvis grew up in modest circumstances, surrounded by the warmth and love of his family. His parents, Vernon and Gladys Presley, instilled in him a deep sense of humility and groundedness. However, Elvis was also burdened by the weight of his dreams, and a burning desire to conquer the music scene beckoned him to pursue his passion. Meanwhile, Priscilla, a young girl with dreams of her own, navigated a vastly different world. Her upbringing in Germany, under the watchful eye of her strict stepfather, introduced her to a life steeped in discipline and rules. As a teenager, she yearned for more, aching to break free from the confines of her sheltered existence. Their paths converged in the most unexpected way, an encounter that would forever alter their destinies. As fate would have it, a young Priscilla crossed the path with Elvis during his time serving in the U.S. Army in Germany. Little did they know that their meeting would set the stage for an extraordinary romance. From the very moment their paths crossed, a spark ignited in Elvis's heart. A spark that would forever change the course of their lives. Elvis, intrigued, asked her, "Well, what do we have here? What are you, about a junior or senior in high school?" When she revealed she was in the 9th grade, he playfully exclaimed, "Why, you're just a baby." In an effort to impress Priscilla, Elvis sat down at a piano in the house and serenaded her. Priscilla couldn't believe that the iconic Elvis Presley was trying to win her over with his music. Priscilla's hesitations melted away, giving way to a whirlwind romance that would leave an indelible mark on both their souls. She discovered that behind the fame and adoration, Elvis had a genuine and caring heart yearning for her companionship. You see, Elvis was immediately smitten by Priscilla. How could he resist? Her beauty was enchanting, her innocence a breath of fresh air, and her sense of humor a delightful surprise. She had that rare ability to captivate his attention, drawing him closer with every passing moment. Now, Priscilla, being a wise and cautious young woman, wasn't so quick to jump into a relationship with a music icon. After all, he was a superstar, and she was just a teenager. She pondered the implications of being thrust into the spotlight, unsure if she was ready for the whirlwind of attention that came hand in hand with being Elvis's girlfriend. Pretty wise from a teen, right? But Elvis was determined. His heart knew no bounds, and he was not one to be easily deterred. He saw something special in Priscilla, a connection that surpassed superficial fame. And so, in a true statement to the power of love, Elvis's unwavering pursuit paid off. Due to Priscilla's young age, their relationship couldn't be displayed publicly. However, they managed to see each other frequently. While their emotional bond grew stronger, they refrained from fully consummating their relationship. As Elvis's time in the Army neared its end, Priscilla expressed her desire to take the relationship to the next level. Elvis, understanding the importance of timing and her age, kindly told her, "Someday we will, Priscilla, but not now. You're just too young." It was a bittersweet moment for them both, but Priscilla understood and respected his decision. But guess what? That didn't stop them from staying connected. They kept the flame alive through heartfelt letters and cherished phone conversations. Distance couldn't dull their bond, and their relationship continued to grow. Fast forward to 1962, when Priscilla turned 17. Elvis, realizing that time had flown by, couldn't resist the opportunity any longer. Determined to have Priscilla visit him, Elvis orchestrated a plan during one of her school breaks. Although he had assured Priscilla's parents that she would remain in Memphis throughout her visit, he reportedly took her to Los Angeles instead. Elvis's friends went to great lengths to mislead her parents by sending postcards from Memphis, creating a cover for his broken promise. Following a Christmas visit in 1962, Elvis wanted Priscilla by his side permanently. He assured Priscilla's mother, Ann, and her stepfather, Captain Paul Beaulieu, that she would attend a Catholic school in Memphis and earn her high school diploma. He even promised that Priscilla would live with his father Vernon and stepmother Dee at their home adjacent to Graceland. However, as time went on, Priscilla spent more and more nights at Graceland, eventually moving in permanently without her parents suspecting anything amiss. Elvis was attracted to Priscilla's youthful and inexperienced nature. He saw a resemblance between her and his beloved late mother, Gladys. Elvis remarked to his friend Rex Mansfield that Priscilla was young enough that I can train her any way I want. During their second encounter, he invited her to his room, where they shared their first kiss. As their connection deepened, it became necessary for Priscilla's parents to meet Elvis in person. Priscilla's father questioned why a famous rock star took an interest in his teenage daughter. In response, Elvis respectfully stated, "Well, sir, I happen to be very fond of her. She's a lot more mature than her age, and I enjoy her company." The Beaulieu family was won over by Elvis's charm and allowed Priscilla to continue seeing him. Throughout the remaining period of Elvis's stay in Germany, he became the center of Priscilla's world. Although she continued attending school, the demands of their relationship caused her studies to suffer. Noticing her fatigue, Elvis offered her pills to help her stay awake during the day. But Priscilla declined, determined to face the challenges without any artificial assistance. Elvis Presley and Priscilla's relationship has always piqued curiosity. While their love story is often romanticized, there was one instance where Elvis risked jeopardizing the relationship by breaking a promise to Priscilla's parents, a choice that could have led to her permanent departure from his life. He invited Priscilla to come and live with him in the United States. Now you can imagine that her parents had some reservations, but after careful consideration, they recognized the depth of their connection and gave their blessing. In 1963, with a mix of excitement and nervousness, Priscilla took the leap of faith and moved to the United States. It was a bold move, leaving her home behind to embark on a new adventure with a man she held dear. Their love story continued to blossom, and in 1967, they sealed their bond with marriage. Before Christmas 1966, Elvis proposed to Priscilla, presenting her with a breathtaking 3.5-carat diamond ring, surrounded by 20 additional diamonds. But as their relationship blossomed, something extraordinary began to unfold. Elvis, with his magnetic presence, became more than a partner to Priscilla. He became her mentor, shaping her into what he perceived as the ideal woman. It was as if he held the key to unlock her hidden potential and mold her into the embodiment of his dreams. Elvis Presley's desire to shape Priscilla Presley into his ideal woman is a well-known aspect of their relationship. When they first met, Priscilla was only 14 years old, and Elvis reportedly saw her as malleable enough to mold according to his needs. Elvis took on the role of a circus ringmaster to Priscilla, guiding her in various aspects of her life. From her appearance to her demeanor, he had specific expectations for her. Now you might be wondering, why did she let him? She was determined to meet Elvis's standards and be the one true love in his life, refusing to let anyone else take her place. Despite all the challenging demands placed upon her, according to Priscilla's memoir, Elvis would praise her, stating that she fit his exact type. He preferred soft-spoken brunettes who understood their place in a relationship, expecting a certain level of submissiveness. And Elvis's desire for perfection extended beyond Priscilla's personality. He would critique her makeup, insisting that she wear more than she was comfortable with, claiming that she looked too plain without it. He also sought to correct her posture, even making her walk around with a book on her head to improve it. Elvis would also express his disapproval of her clothing choices, sending her back upstairs to change into something more flattering. Priscilla describes Elvis as her master, someone who analyzed her every gesture and listened closely to her every word, offering advice generously. Under such intense scrutiny, it was challenging for her to relax. She felt that living up to Elvis's vision of his ideal woman was an immense task, requiring extreme sensitivity, love, and understanding to meet his unconventional demands. I think you can imagine. Instead of being treated as an equal partner, Elvis treated Priscilla like a doll, dictating her appearance and exerting control over her wardrobe. Priscilla felt like his personal live-in doll, fashioned to his liking. Living as Elvis's doll, Priscilla's life revolved solely around him. She wasn't encouraged to pursue a career or engage in hobbies that didn't involve him. Elvis would feel threatened if she had any commitments that took her away from him. As a result, Priscilla devoted herself entirely to Elvis, proving her unwavering loyalty and dedication. She wrote about her complete dependence on Elvis, emphasizing her lack of personal aspirations or problems outside of their relationship. She embodied the youth, innocence, and devotion that Elvis sought in a woman. By fulfilling these expectations, Priscilla believed that she had what Elvis had been searching for, a woman who would always be by his side, wholly committed and hard to obtain. Their relationship was not always easy. Elvis was a complex man, and he had a lot of demons. He was often controlling and possessive, and he had a history of infidelity. Priscilla struggled to cope with Elvis's behavior. It's a story of love, loss, and redemption. Their relationship was complex, marked by Elvis's desire for control and Priscilla's dedication to meeting his expectations. It sheds light on the sacrifices Priscilla made to fit into Elvis's idealized image of a woman, blurring the boundaries between personal identity and the role she played in his life. But their love story reminds us that sometimes the most unexpected connections can be the most powerful. It shows us that love knows no boundaries, that it can bridge the gaps between fame and normalcy, age and experience. Elvis and Priscilla's journey is a testament to the magic of perseverance and the beauty of taking a chance on love. What do you think of the age gap between Elvis and Priscilla? Do you think Elvis's controlling behavior was abusive? There are no easy answers, but I think it's important to talk about these issues. We can learn a lot from Elvis and Priscilla's story, both about love and the challenges of relationships. There's so much more to discover, and we guarantee you won't be disappointed. So why not dive deeper? Anne Margaret, feared by men and hated by women.